Did you miss me? Say you did. Please say you missed me. What's up, everyone? It's KingPix Media, and I would like to welcome you back. Yes, this is my triumphant return to this week's episode, or one of this week's episode, because now the goal is 3 episodes a week. That's right. I'm manifesting that right here, right now. 3 episodes a week. And, well, this is Morning Scroll. So there's no shortage of happenings that are going on in the news and in the political sphere, as well as in the military, as well as, good Lord, I am out of practice, as well as in popular culture, as it were. There's a lot of stuff going on, and each day I'm going to take a few minutes out of my day to take a topic and kind of give you my take on it. Now, why does my take matter? Well, that's the important question that you should be asking, and the important answer is it doesn't. It doesn't. However, outside of that, I'm just going to take a look at some stuff. I'm going to show you some stuff, and we're going to talk about it. Feel free to subscribe, hop in the comments, let's have a conversation. Also, my only ad for this video, I've been streaming Monday through Friday. I would love to have you there. My chat and I have fantastic conversations. Usually it's about 2 hours every night, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll throw in a Saturday and Sunday if I'm not doing other things. But head on over to Twitch or Kick, KingPix Media. So let's dive into it. So this week, at some point, Hunter Biden and his team decided it was a good idea for him to do an interview. Personally, if I were him, I would fade into obscurity. But he's not doing that. He is not going down without a fight. And that is exactly what we're going to take a look at today. So without further ado, Hunter Biden in his interview, his awkward interview.
I was drinking so much alcohol, almost a handle of vodka a day. And alcohol is the most destructive drug, not just to your body, but it puts you in more danger than any other drug that I've ever experienced.
Alcohol is the most destructive drug? I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that sounds like someone who is a frequent crack cocaine enjoyer would say. Alcohol. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that alcohol doesn't have negative effects, because we all know that it does. But the worst drug out there, I mean, in a world where we literally have, what's the stuff called? Crocodile, Trank, they might be the same thing, I don't know. Fentanyl, some other stuff that I probably can't or shouldn't say on YouTube. But you know what I'm getting at. Really, alcohol was the worst? Hey! But seriously, alcohol? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Also, look how he's sitting. Okay. You know what? Let's watch.
And then you add on top of that the amount of crack that I was using at the time. And crack cocaine, in terms of your physical health, is not as dangerous as the situation that you put yourself in to be able to obtain it.
How do you get crack?
One of the things I don't want to do is give a how-to to any moron like myself that may think that it's a good idea. But crack cocaine is I am fully aware when I'm talking about it in relationship to my own experience with it. It is still a shocking thing for most people, because we have been fed this perception of crack cocaine. It's more than just a drug. It's more than, like, if you say meth or if you say heroin or if you say cocaine. It comes with a whole bunch of different baggage. And because of that, places that you can go get it are some of the most dangerous places in whatever location you happen to be in. And it's everywhere. Mainly for that reason, I learned how to make my own.
He was manufacturing Schedule I narcotics. I don't know about you, but everyone that I've ever met in my life that partook in narcotics, distributed, manufactured narcotics. Now, granted, I'm coming from the law enforcement side, 18-year law enforcement career. Everyone that I've known that's manufactured narcotics has not been a trustworthy person. That's from my personal experience. Please don't come after me in the comments. I don't want to hear it.
Red. I'm going to pretend like you're not getting attacked by a bee right now.
Hey, it's all right.
Keep my train of
Without them, we would all.
Just trying to. By the way, that's true too. Birds aren't real, but bees are.
Thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. How long has it been since you've done a formal sit-down interview?
You know, it's been a while. Been a long while. I had a conversation
That's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. Notice, no interviews during a presidential campaign, no interviews during a presidential administration. Now that old Donnie T's in office, old Hunter Biden wants to sit down and have a conversation. Coincidence? No. Not a chance.
With Jamie Harrison, who's the former chair of the DNC, who's a great friend, loyal. And I was down in South Carolina for other things and kind of like family down there. So I sat down with him and talked about some stuff, but nothing like this.
What made you feel like now's the time for a official, unedited long form?
Well, I don't know when it is the right time or not the right time.
I'll tell you what let him know it was the right time. My daddy's no longer president. Now I can get on here and just say whatever I want. You know what? If I was a betting man, which I'm not, don't gamble. It's addictive. It's wrong. Well, if it affects your, you know what I'm saying. If I was a betting man, I would say he's getting ready for some sort of political run, Congress, Senate, president. That's what this is. That's what this is.
Admire of your work, and we have a mutual acquaintance. He didn't take me much to agree to be really interested. I think the work that you've done is some of the most interesting commentary on the moment we're living in, the expanded moment that we seem to be continuing to live in of the from 2020 on. I hadn't seen much of the earlier work that you had done, but I do know that I at least appreciate the sincerity with which you approach everything that you do.
I appreciate it. You said 2020 on. Do you feel like that's the year the world kind of went crazy?
No. I think that's the year that we all kind of woke up to the realization that things are crazy. But no, I think that they've been going crazy for a while. And I don't know whether crazy is the right word. I think that I don't know how interested people are in my...
Let's just talk for a second about how he's sitting. This came up in my stream. Actually, I did a YouTube video on Gavin Newsom sitting like this. Adam Carolla had a very interesting take on this. I'm starting to notice it a lot more. And the more I notice it, the less I like it. I don't like that. There's no way that that's comfortable. No way.
My take on why I think the world is a little bit crazy right now.
Well, I think there's probably millions of people out there who just want to know how you're doing.
Personally, I'm great. I tell everybody, and Melissa gets kind of upset with me because it has been obviously a difficult time, you know.
That boy sounds just like his daddy. I don't care what nobody's. That boy sounds just like his daddy.
The past 5 years have not, at least from any outsider's perspective, been fun. But for me, as a person in recovery, and being able to maintain that recovery through this and stay clean and sober throughout it, it's one thing I allow myself to take some pride in. And I know about my life is that I survived almost certain death. And I mean, I don't know if you read my book, but it's pretty transparent.
Wait, is that a poncho shirt? Hunter Biden rocks poncho? I'm not gonna lie, they make a great product. This is not an ad. I literally just bought one. They make a great product. Shout out to Poncho.
It's been 6 years.
Yeah, just over 6 years.
When you say you almost died, can you kind of give us some more context?
I was a drinker, and at the end, my addiction had progressed so much that
he keeps bringing it back to drinking. Brother, we get it. We get it. You drink, but you also snorted cocaine off of women of the night. You smoked crack cocaine. At one point, now, I've heard him say that he smoked so much Parmesan cheese because he thought it was crack cocaine. The alcohol, we don't want to hear about that. We get it. You drink. A lot of people drink. A lot of very successful people drink. Not a lot of successful crackheads out there. I'm just saying.
It was potentially deadly on a daily basis. The thing that was the most concerning and the most real about, facing death was in actuality the alcohol. Once you...
Okay. What are we talking about here? Hey, you know what? I know I did crack for years. May have done a list of illicit other things while employed by Burisma in Ukraine in a position I wasn't qualified for. But the alcohol, it had a grip on me.
Fall into that lifestyle. And I wouldn't call it a lifestyle because there's no life to it at all. You enter a completely different world in which you're living kind of completely outside of the bounds of any communal norms. I don't know. It's a scary place to be. And I've met some of the most truly heroic, astounding, thoughtful, kind people that I've ever met in my life.
Is he talking about other crackheads? I'm sorry, we shouldn't call them crackheads. Is he talking about other crack addicts? Maybe, I don't know. There's a 50-50 on that.
That are living, lives of quiet desperation, not quiet, very loud desperation. But even in that, found space in their hearts for empathy and kindness. And I've met some of the most awful, predatory people that I've ever.
Yeah, those are called drug dealers. All right, well, we're gonna wrap this up. If you want to watch this full video, it's on Channel 5 Clips. I'm gonna link it in the description below. Best way to support the channel, head over to kingpixmedia.com, click the merch drop-down tab. I have all kind of discounts. I have all kind of I have my own merch. I have merch. So if you're interested and you'd like to support the channel, head over to kingpixmedia.com. Also, be sure to join me as I stream on Kick and Twitch Monday through Friday from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until I feel like I'm done streaming for the day. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.